Hello. The street. It says on the screen starting now, but I'm not ready yet. Bloody hell! Got to like the countdown to a minute, and then realised I didn't have my laptop switched on to see the chat room. So give me a second whilst I wait an hour for this to boot up properly. And where are we? Come hither, shush laptop. Far too noisy. Come on, speedy. YouTube's changed. They're now forcing the new back end on us, the Studio Beta thing instead of the Studio Creator or whatever it's called. It's a bit annoying. So I have no idea if anybody's watching at the minute, but please bear with me because I can't get into the chat room until this loads and it's taking forever. Right, I will just scroll. And of course the live streaming isn't part of the new back end, so that's an extra click I've got to go through. Bear with me. We will be there in a second. Good evening, by the way, everybody. Thank you for coming along in my usual dishevelled, badly organised live stream. It is badly organised as well today because I haven't got a clue what I'm going to talk about. Well, not that there's usually a plan anyway. Come on, laptop, hurry up. I'm really hopeful that you can hear us and see us. Come on, chat room. It says we're live. It says there's people watching. I will press that. Pop out chat so I can see it. Move my face. I don't need to look at me. And I think we are set to go. Thank you very much for bearing with me there. I can now see the chat room, so that's good. So yeah, chat room is open. Please do get in there and say hello. Let me know that the noise works, the sound works, and all that jazz. Yeah, nice to see everybody here. Thank you for coming along. If you are in the UK and if you went to the photo show, which I think ended today, I hope you had a lovely time. I was there on Saturday and it was a lovely day. Well, I'm saying a lovely day. It was 3:30 alarm clock in the morning to get down there in time for the doors opening, which was a bit tragic. And I am still tired now. Very tired now still. That's probably why tonight's going to be very, very random. Because I'm very, very tired. But yeah, it was good. I quite enjoyed it. I think it's about 3 years since I was last at the show. And I think this one, it didn't seem as... I know it was a different day that we went on this year. Maybe it didn't seem as good. I don't know. I didn't see big discounts on things. Not that I had any money to play with anyway. So I don't know whether things are tighter or can't give as much a discount for things, but you know, where in like the last time I was there, I'm sure there were like big discounts on cameras at the trade stands and that kind of thing. And this year, you know, off a 1,500 quid camera, it was like 200 quid off, which is probably about Amazon price. So what's the point in that? I'm not sure. But yeah, I mean, it was a day out. Had a good 4 hours and wandering around the show. Met up with a few people, which was always nice. Out of fellow YouTubers. Saw Greg Whitten. Always nice to see Greg. Always full of crack. And with him was Neil Burnell. I think that's how you say it anyway. And it was really nice to meet Neil. Never met him before. Very talented fella. To me, he's right up there in the British photography world. Yeah, I was going to say of the social media type, but no, Neil's right up there. He's very good. So if you're not following him already, follow him. He's not going to be on YouTube anytime soon, though, I don't think. So it was really good to see Neil and a few others. Thank you to Andrew Atkinson for driving me down there. Thank you for being the taxi driver. And I will be seeing Andrew again on Thursday, as we're going to have a little tootle out with the cameras. And Ian Burton was along for the ride as well. As I mentioned last week, do check out Ian's new YouTube channel if you're into pinhole photography and all that kind of jazz. So that's all good. Very nice time was had by all. It was a bit wet on the way there and the way back, though. Luckily we're in the car. Is there much else going on? Not a lot. Yeah, photo show was okay. Didn't spend any money because I didn't have any to spend. Made contact with a few people regarding the exhibition. But that's bits and pieces still to sort out. Kind of decide what I'm wanting to do. Basically, I was looking for offers. Now then, Paul, how are you doing? Nice of you to come along. Good job somebody's out there in the chat room. Otherwise, I was getting a bit lonely and talking to myself a lot. But that's what it's all about. So, yeah. Anything else? Can't think about it off the top of my head, so we will crack on. Right then. Oh, by the way, I will stick this on right now, if I can find it. Where is it? That's this one. If you are into email newsletters and stuff like that, then you can sign up to mine. And I've made a bit.ly address to make it nice and easy to remember. Hopefully nice and easy to remember. So if you go to that address on the screen, bit.ly/ASGray newsletter, that will take you to my newsletter sign up page. And you can sign up for my probably twice a year newsletter. I only remember that because I sent one out yesterday. Hi Alki, how are you doing? Hello David. Oh, you're in Africa this time. Good of you to come along in that 144 kilobytes connection that you use. You should hopefully at least get the sound anyway. Good to have you along. So yeah, sign up to my newsletter if you haven't already. I promise I do not start to spam people because I keep forgetting to actually make them and send them out. So there you go. And if whilst we're here and we've got this on the bottom, then do subscribe to all the things below and follow me everywhere. And if you're feeling generous, head over to Patreon and patronise me on there. So there you go. Evening all. No, I didn't think you were in the UK, Aussie, but it was good stuff. Hi John. Good of you to come along. Thank you very much. Right then. Right, so the title of today's live stream is Workshop Prep, and that's pretty much because I have a group workshop on Sunday, and I haven't done any prep for it really. And the workshop is a few hours out with cameras, so I do a little bit of demonstration, and then we all come back to the local village hall, and then I basically do image making. And obviously I do this on a Tuesday night regularly, but again gotta get some raw data sorted out that I know is going to make a successful image, and not one where I'm just showing various actions and they don't really work. So tonight's objective is actually to find a set of data that I know works, and I can show off the process properly. But I am going to do it with some new data. Well, I'm saying new data that I haven't used before. So I am actually returning to a scouting mission I did back in October, and I have done a little bit of work on these this afternoon. Well, made 2 images this afternoon. I'm saying this afternoon. I finished one about 20 minutes ago. So don't worry, Ozzy, you can catch up with us. Catch up with the rest of the stream if you so wish later on. But good of you to come in tonight anyway. So thank you for that. So yeah, 2 images that I made this afternoon. Oh, there's me bloody witch. That one. Hopefully works. And hopefully I've still got sound. Yes, I have. I've got it all set up fine. So there's one image. Shine a light. Sorry. We will go back away from my face. I was trying to use a keystroke and it didn't work. Right, move that there now. So I made this one, Bamber Castle, of a few, and it's got a few. Why is that? I hate when you roll over a preset and it activates it. So annoying. Shot of Bamber Castle, made an image of Bamber Castle, which I've worked fairly extensively on this today. And as part of the way through the image creation process, it all got a bit fiery. So it kind of looks like, to me, looked like flames. And then I was thinking of Turner's image of the Houses of Parliament on fire. Oh no, I've just mentioned Parliament. That means I might have to mention Brexit again. Deep breath and let's not. Right. So yeah, I was kind of using that as a bit of inspiration for the fiery flames coming out of the top of the castle, which I'm sure the Armstrongs would be really happy about. Not. So yeah, made this one. Does it work? Does it not? I'm not entirely sure. At the minute, it may need some more work. It may need started again and thought about again. I think it's just a bit too. There's not a lot of balance to it. I hear everybody on about balance on YouTube these days in their imagery, and I think this isn't that balanced. It's very dark one side, very light the other, and it's a bit off kilter in the middle. So I'm not sure if it works. But I also, from the same data, I made another one, and it's this one. And this one kind of reminds me of a previous life, because I used to be I was going to say an architectural technician. I wasn't an architectural technician. I was a draftsman, and for some reason this makes me think of like old drafted plans, because this angle of Bamber Castle is very much side on, so it's not your view that you would normally get from, say, the two sides on the beach. This is from the village, but kind of out of the village, so you're getting everything very squared angles, and I just feel like it almost feels like an elevation plan. So you got these very straight lines along here, and almost double lines as if they've been sketched by a pencil, kind of the old style drafting techniques. So I mean, I was kind of thinking down that kind of line. So I kind of half like this one, but it's another one of these ones that kind of they half work and the half don't. So yeah, that's what I've made so far today, and I'm gonna be I think I'm gonna use something fairly similar to see what comes. I think when I made these images, it was such a bright sunny day. It was really harsh, and I was trying with all my might to get some decent movement, but it just wasn't happening. So I am thinking of using some of these, blending these five together, which you can not see behind my head. So I'm going to go for that. I'm probably going to go fairly extreme on these as well. I'm not going to do anything anything kind of reserved. Just going to go balls out, go a bit mad, Well, hopefully not two balls out anyway. Still a family shoot. Clean up these dust spots just to be get things off on the started off in the right way. We're alright on that now. I know that's the regular one that's in here somewhere. So initially straight away we're going to go something really strong. Come on. Very bright colour, you can see that? Really strong colour. I'm kind of liking that. Yeah, I think we're just going to go right in. Really strong colours. Sort the detail out. Make sure the ISO is flattened out. And open the vignette out. Not too much contrast because it'll get way too colorized and it'll be a nightmare. Auto on that. Cloudy. That's going to be too much. Yeah, something like that. That's better. Better. Right. We're doing okay there, and we'll just sync all those across to those 6 images. See what happens. And then check that dust spot in. Come on. In its usual space, that's the one. I'm just going to kill that one off. I'm going to sync that across all the images again. What's that? Just make sure these are okay. I'm going to brighten these ones up. I'll open the shadows up more anyway. Give it something to play with. Come here, you're slow today. Something like that. I'll do. Right, we are set to go. Another 4 weeks, David. Jesus. I don't know how you can cope with that. What am I doing? Editing. Open as layers in Photoshop. So did anybody make any nice images over the weekend? We have anybody out there? Out far and wide? Some exotic location? Do let me know. And I will be very jealous. Just wait for these to load because they take forever. So I'm all loaded in. Select them all and then play with the blend modes. See what comes about. Just quick check through them. If there's anything that springs to mind straight away. And at the minute, no. Got some interesting shapes in the lighting, these kind of areas. Don't think it's going to work through the entire image. Probably have to work with removing various layers. Soft light's always an option. Keeps things nice. I'm just gonna roll back these layers and then kind of bring them all back in just to see how things come together. Good stuff, David. Making use of your time. Paul, you could have got a better offer at the show if you'd waited. Sometimes it's worth going down just for see what offers are on. Handle the new gear, all that fancy new technology. I had my hands on the new Nikon mirrorless camera. What else did I have a hold of? The Fuji GFX thingy, the medium format jobby. They're all so big, all very, very big and heavy. But then again, I think the Nikon mirrorless was heavy because of the lens. It had some super duper lens on it. It's like a 50mm, several pieces of glass, very wide, very bulky. It's huge. So I'm guessing it, unless it was a 24 to 70, can't remember. It were big anyway. I'm gonna take that one out. Try these two. Better. Right, some of them, these are coming together. What I do need to do is get a bit more into the castle. So I'm thinking it might need a patch of multiply. Just kind of paint in loosely, so I'll bring this right the way down. Do it the right way around. Paint in a bit of castle there. Like that. Because otherwise I'm not too fussed about what's going on in the foreground. Yeah, these bushes are quite nice and quite brush stroke. That's quite good. Okay, adding a bit of colour into those. Although having this area does look very nice, and I'm tempted to. I was tempted to double that up. So it's that layer. Copy that layer. Fill layer, transform. How do you transform the layer? How do you flip it? How's that in the edit bit? There we go. It's on that side now. So multiply just to. Do I want to multiply it or not? I have it on darken, and I'm going to raise it up here. So it kind of blots out this tree here, or edge, or whatever it is. I'm going to bring that up, and then I'm just going to mask this hard edge out. Ah, second hand, very sensible, Paul. softer across there. There we go. It's better. More nicer area in here. This area here can almost work as a lead in, which is quite good. And actually going to double that layer up again as well. Darken. And I'm going to raise that up there as well. And same again, I'm just going to paint in this area using a mask. So like the inverted mask, so you hold down Alt and then click the mask button there, and the paint, you know, gives you a layer of black, which means it doesn't show it. And then you use the white, so the paintbrush and white, that'll paint that back in. Up here, we're just giving things a bit more height, which is quite nice. There we go. Doesn't really matter about soft edges and all that stuff. Nothing really bothers us about that. So that's not too bad. Take that away. I can probably just erase that. Not that much. Flow down a bit. Just ease that out. And then ease it back in. Just little brush strokes like that. That's better. I think we're doing okay. Stream might be crapping out on me because been working in Photoshop all day and it's probably sucked up all the memory and it's not working too well. But hopefully it's coming through well enough. Right. Let's just have a think about this image now. So we've got patches of muck on the left and right hand side, castle in the middle. Colour wise, I think we need to kind of scale things back a bit. Get rid of this blue and that needs to be softened off. So a new layer. I'm just going to pinch a colour from here, drop that in, and then hue, soften that off, about there, about there, yeah, about halfway. I'm going to mask that, and then I'm going to actually, I don't want that much colour in there. Well, a different type of gradient, that centre gradient thing. This is where I never get it in the right place. I hate this. I've got no idea where it's going. There we go. There's colour in the centre. That's what we were after. Good stuff. I'm just going to paint in the mask on there. Back to full flow. Just to dull down that bit there. I mean, I'm adjusting all these colours, but when it comes down to it, we're going to alter them all anyway. So there you go. Right then, and I would like to. I was going to say darken this down a bit now, but I don't think we need to. Let's just stick it in Analog Effects Pro and see what happens. And whilst that is loading, I will shove this on the screen and just remind you that should you wish to support me, and if you haven't already, then you can buy my Analog Effects Pro 2 presets. 27 presets. I use them all the time on all my images because I'm getting lazy, and I use them as a starting point and then tweak from there. So you use them in the same manner yourselves to give you that head start to work with, so you don't have to reinvent the wheel on each occasion. And like I say, 27 presets, and they all come in But less than £1 each if you're paying full whack. Less if you're outside the EU. Let's not mention Europe though, should we? We'll get the screen back and then we can see what's going on. Right then, so we're into the presets on the left hand side here. And immediately I loaded this one up because it looked all soft and painterly and almost watercolour and just form and shape and colour, you know, it's really just splodges of colour and put the forms there. That looks kind of nice until you start moving things around on it, and then it looks dreadful. So yeah, move that over there, make it look all dark and moody. Let's have a quick blast through the presets though, just to see what they are, see how things are. Bit of tweaking that one could work. This one's looking very red. Like Borders of Blood preset. Sometimes works, sometimes doesn't. Yeah, very red and dramatic. One thing I am immediately thinking though is that fence is annoying me. But we're too far in now. Just gonna have to live with it. There's some interesting results out of these presets. That one looks quite strong. That feels like some kind of old painting, just that colour of it. I don't know why I think of Africa there. Maybe it's these bushes. Who knows? Being a lack of sleep, I could be thinking of anything. Some nice stuff. Another one that usually works well. That's quite strong on the left hand side, isn't it? Right, let's have a play around. Thinking that it's all about getting that top exposure in such a way that I like this gap here, like this lighter area on the left hand side here, and then the trees. So if we could get it to a point where it's kind of mimicked on this side as well, we'll be winning, I think. On that side you're going to come across quite a lot. One thing you could use is the lens vignette. Switch that on, and you could open that out so it's darker on that side. Just right out there, and then you've still got that lighter area on there. Move that something like that. Like that over there. I'm just going to play with the curves here. green channel. Drop that out so it reddens things up a bit. Let's play with the top end of the curve. Don't want it blue, I want to go more yellow in the sky. So by adjusting the blue curve is, you know, coming down the way, you're going negative blue, which is yellow, so by moving it down you're turning things yellow. So like going like that, you can see how yellow it gets. Push it that way, how blue it gets. So it's just small little adjustments. So you can move it off the top end there, hopefully make that kind of grey blue sky a bit more yellowy. Just keep things balanced so they're not fringing, etc. Hi John, good to see you. Hope you're well. Did you make it down to the photo show? Being a keen man, I would have thought you may well have done. Right, I think this image might be one that I have a few goes at, because very quickly I've made this one, and this one like might work okay, and then there was a few other options as I was looking down the presets there, so I'm just going to okay that and then save it, well, put it back into the Photoshop file. So that's that one, and then make it invisible, and then go back into Analog FX Pro for the next try. So maybe one I get a few versions of, and then just decide which one I'm going to use, which one I'm going to pick from. Do that. How long have we been going? It's annoying. YouTube, stop changing things, screwing everything up. Right, Andy, you're waffling. So let's have another go at another one. It is going to be fairly similar, I can tell you that now. You're not going to change much from these now. Well, like them reds. Let's see if we can bring some of them in down here somewhere. This is an upside down one. Yeah, it must be. There we go, reds. We have reds. Just gonna bring them down. Gonna spin that around a bit. There we go. There's a bit of definition there. We've got that lovely red splodge on the right hand side. That's looking nice. Lens vignette. I'm going to bring that over here. I'm just going to pull this right back so it's quite dark. Maybe it's about there, and I'm going to generally darken it down as well, just so this side here kind of comes back. Bring the brightness down. Look at that red. Lovely. Lovely, love a red. Bring the contrast down a touch. Saturation needs to go back up. Detail just needs to be a touch about there. That's pretty good. I think I'm going to need to drop in a grad filter at the top though, so that might happen in Lightroom once we're done. I'm going to double exposure. I'm just going to, yeah, that needs to be quite dark. I think we probably pushed quite far that way, 54-ish, yeah, that's fine. Curves adjustment, these are kind of minimal, kind of doodles. Minimal adjustments. That's good there. Not a problem. Blue. I'm just going to introduce a bit of yellow, I think, maybe. He says, instantly regretting it. Let's forget about that, because I'm quite liking that. So just looking, just imagining here by flicking it back and forward. So that's what we started off with, and that's where we are at the minute. I do that quite a bit just to get my eyes in. That's maybe it's better. It's a bit more sizable kind of elements, kind of line up a bit better there. Something's not ringing true here. I want to change the colours too much. That's probably going. This will probably look completely different once I've switched the lights off and can see properly. There. Undo. I'm all of a sudden not sure. I hate this. I'm going to end up thinking there's too much green in here, aren't I? But we can maybe take that out in Photoshop. We can be tricksy. Right, I'm gonna make a new preset with this, just so I can return to it easily. Could I start on that one? Right, fair enough. Create a new preset, and let's call this Bambra Side View. So when Collection 2 comes out and you see this one in, you'll be, I was there when it was made. Oh, I'm just looking at that now. That looks nice. Right. Andy, again distracted. Let's go back to this one. Yeah, I'm going to okay this one, and then I'm going to go straight back in. How long have we been going? I haven't got a timer anymore. Bottom clock, 43 minutes. I think this one's going to be a shorter episode than normal. 45, yeah. Get away. Right, that's that one there. I'm just going to pop straight back into Alnwick Expro, and I'm going to have a look at that preset, which I just saw. My computer's working hard today. I really do feel like I'm just talking to myself today. Terrible. Alright, custom, and then that's one at the bottom. And what does this one look like? Not as defined as what I thought it looked. I thought it initially did. I thought there was an impression of the castle there, but it does look very turnery, watery colory. Just nice, but tragic. Darker, lighter, lighter. So 55 there, I think. I'm just gonna slide this up until I get to a point where I think, About it's on the line where it starts to overtake. The second layer starts to overtake the initial image. Oh, the 64 there, that is catching up. See, by there it's just completely. Whilst I love this kind of area, here's the important bit. So what I could do, I suppose, I could blend the two together. So do one about there, so there's castle, and then one about there, which is much nicer up here. Don't know, did I move anything or not? I don't think I did. Andy, you're talking to yourself again. Right, let's just okay this and chance it. What a rambly, weird stream it is tonight. Must apologise. This is probably how frenetic and weird I get when I can see a half decent image start to come through. Is that talking goes out the window, and it's now all about concentration and deliberating in here on what choices we're going down, what routes. Right, this one. I hope I didn't move it. Don't think I did. Double exposure, then bring this down to about there. 47? Yeah, 47. Colour wise, I think blue. Just need to actually, I think that might need to stay up there. Contrast's already low. I'm going to lower that even more. That's fine. Don't want to drop the I don't want to drop the opacity. Leave that there. Right, let's hope this blends. I'll be annoyed if it doesn't. So I might have 3 versions of this by the end of the day, which would be nice. Right, and I'm just going to move that there, and then from here, mask button, and then I'm going to erase, and I'm just going to paint out very gently. So you've got float about 30%, just ever so a little bit there. Has that worked? Not sure. A bit more of that there. Forgotten which one's one now. That one and that one. Yeah, that's fine. So that needs to soften out as well. Down this bottom corner. Just to soften things out. That's looking alright. I think I'm probably gonna have to play with the colours a little bit more. I don't know what I'm a bit scared of them being so vibrant. I just want to dull things down a little bit. Those yellows can easily become green, and I don't want it to be like that. No, that's a different layer altogether. That's the areas I've painted out. Oh, I could take all that layer out. Excuse me. Such bad manners yawned, but I am very tired. Paint there. Paint some of that back in. up that area there. Takes it back to white along that edge there as well. Opacity I'm going to drop and just take it across the top of the castle there, across the sky. That's looking better. Just so it blends a little bit better. Yeah, I'm happy with that now. Right. Right, so I'm going to bunch these together in a folder as a group, just so I kind of know where I am. That was one I made, which is now kind of crap looking, and there was that one, which is kind of crap looking as well. Stick them in groups as well. Right, that's them all hidden, and all of them, all the initial work can go in a group as well, just to keep organised. And then that one wasn't used. Delete that. Save time and effort. So that's kind of what we started with to there, and then there was that one, and then that one. So in that one, I think we can have a Viveza adjustment and just see if I can play with the colour a bit more. Just to refine. I may not be able to, well, I'm saying I may not be able to, I can play with the colour. I just might not be able to make it any better. Something like that, minus. That's what I was scared. That's what I was kind of worried about, is that some of it was very yellow, and I can't just drop this to about minus 11, and then it is a bit warmer at the minute, but I have got two bright lights looking at us, so I can't quite tell for real. Structure. Do I want to wipe more of that? Bring the structure back, and then that'll make it look a bit more washed out, which is nice, I think. Yeah, about minus 12. Let's just give things a bit more bite. Contrast either way. Very washed out on that. Don't want to go too washed out. You still want to, you still want to dazzle the viewer. Well, I'm saying dazzle. You still want it to be eye-catching. You don't want it just to be like nothing, as if the image is faded off the paper. But you don't want to be like that, where you're just worried about your eyes. Just small adjustments. So little. Already that's a there's been a few nice adjustments there just to soften things down a touch. Excuse me. Again. Terrible. Take a wee smidgen off that. I think that's looking not bad at all there now. Quite happy with that. I think we'll look okay. I think this might be the version we'll work on, and then actually, when you see it jump from that to that, you think, I've gone too far. We'll just drop that into that group to make sure it's all together. Just going to drop the opacity to about 75, and then it's not as much, but it's just softened things down a bit. I'm quite happy with that now, so I'm just going to save the entire lot. I'll sort out the other layers after the fact, the other versions, but at the minute I'm just going to save the entire lot back as one file into Lightroom, and then I think I'm going to have bit look at radiant filters, a bit of vignette, and just to nudge things down a touch from the corners. Eventually, when this finishes saving, because it's so slow. Right, how long have we gone now? 57 minutes. Gold. And make sure this last phase is pretty quick once the finishes loading, of course. Hopefully not take too long. Oh, I am so tired. Don't recommend 3 o'clock, 3:30 alarms. No good to anybody. Oh yeah, 74%. Oh, and we're done. All of a sudden, we're done. Right, Lightroom, we are back in there, and we have this picture up. I'll just give it 3 stars rating so I can find it easily. And so just down the normal settings, effects, poster crop vignetting, and that's looking crap. So we will look at radial filters. Slap one on there. I was going to say inverted, but no, it is the outside that we do want to play with. We need to bring that down, not that much though. I'm just going to scale that out. Actually, feather could be. I'm not sure this is going to work, you know. I think that's about as much as we're going to get. What I am going to do, I'm just going to brighten the centre up. Invert that. Not by that much. But just brighten the centre. Just to give it a bit more oomph. So like, you know, it's like around the edges was back, what, 0.17? Then the centre just 0.26. Just enough to just lighten it, because I always edit, if you noticed here, I always edit in Lightroom with a white background, because that mimics a wall or a mount around your image, so you can get a kind of an impression on what it will look like when it's printed. So when you see it, especially when you zoom out like this, you get more of a better impression on whether it's too dark or too bright. So I do like to look at it this kind of view, and it gives you that feel on if you need to brighten it. And to be honest, a lot of the work I've done in the past, when I've looked at it like this, I've then had before printing, I've actually brightened it quite a bit to get that, you know, that brightness balance right, or more pleasing to me anyway, because they've just been too dark to start with. So I'm pretty happy with that image, to be honest. Let me know what you think of it. Your opinions are just as valid as mine. I'm quite happy with that. It gives us, to me, it feels like a bit of an old watercolour. I'm quite happy with it. Got the distinctive shape of the castle, which is, you know, distinctive shapes is what I'm all about. Identifying location or landmark or thing in the image. There's something for the viewer's eye to cling on to, whilst there's random crap going on around the rest of it. So I'm quite happy with that. So yeah, I will contemplate that, and it may well be up on Instagram later on, or maybe it's tomorrow or whatever. Well, I do quite like that. and I think it's probably an actual 3x2 crop. Yes, spot on. No adjustments. Full screen. Sorted. So that's always a result, which is good. Right then, we'll just wrap it up now. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for sticking with me. It's been a rambly one. I know I always do kind of ramble on a little bit, but tonight has been a very much of a I have no idea what's going through my brain at the minute. So therefore brain to mouth, all kinds of stuff is going on. Thanks, Elgate. Yeah, quite. I'm liking it as well. Yes, Laura, thank you. Yeah, again, yes, the castle's in the background, and actually I'll bring it back onto the screen. No, that's the wrong one. They got the castle in the background, but yeah, having the trees and hedges or whatever they are, there is a bit more to hold on to, I think. A little bit of detail, not too much detail, but thank you, Laura. Thank you for commenting. Again, thank you all for coming. Thanks, Paul. Cheers. Good to have you along, sir. Thanks for wasting your Tuesday evening with me. So yeah, thank you for watching, everybody. If you've liked the episode, please do give it a thumbs up. If you want to leave a comment, but after it's all finished, then please do that as well. Comments are great. They go down a treat. They're with the algorithm and all that bobbins. So yeah, and if you haven't subscribed already, then what the hell have you been doing? Please do subscribe, because that helps as well. And we are rapidly heading towards 900 subscribers. I can't believe it. This month it's just gone. I think I've put on 70 odd subscribers in 20 odd days. So that's mega for me. So thank you for that. So yeah, do all them things. Follow us on all the other social medias and everything out there. And we'll see you next week for more Tuesday night edits. With probably stuff that I'm going to shoot on Thursday with Andrew. So wherever we end up in Northumberland, you'll no doubt see some of it next Tuesday. So stick around for that, and we'll catch you on the next one. Oh, and before we go, I did put a video out on Saturday, so there may be another one this Saturday, but I haven't recorded anything yet. So if I get some sleep tonight, I might be able to talk some sense and make a new video ready for Saturday. Because like I said last week, Saturday might be the new one. New day for posting. So there we go. Gonna try to stick to it for at least a fortnight. So anyway. Anyways, must go. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.